us to various schools. Send your kids to various schools, or place to realize your dreams. Various schools. Send your us to various schools. Send your kids to various schools. There's no other place like various schools.
Hello, good day, great students from JS1. How are you doing? It's me once again, Mrs. Thomas, and we're here to deal with something very, very interesting. Well, as usual, it's a subject, a beautiful and interesting subject, agricultural science. Yeah, the last time we had a chat through this channel, I taught you some certain things and I gave you a whole assignment on what to do. I hope you've done that and you've submitted back to school. Okay, today we are in for another thing again, and still on agricultural science JS1, and we have a very interesting topic today: marketing of agricultural produce. Marketing of agricultural produce. I hope it's very clear. I hope you can see that. Agric Science JS1 topic: marketing of agricultural produce. Alright, first of all, before we proceed on what we have today, what is marketing? Do you have any idea? Does it have to do with buying and selling? Does it have to do with going to the market? Does it have to do with movement of goods and services from one point to the other, from the producer to the final consumer? Okay, if you have an idea of what I'm talking about, then you are thinking on the right track. Okay, everything I'm talking about, I'm trying to put together the definition of the word marketing. I'll be putting that definition on the board and we'll be explaining further. Like we said earlier, marketing, we were trying to explain marketing and the processes of marketing. We say marketing is defined as the flow of goods and services from the producer. Yes, we should not forget that. And who are these producers? They are the farmers. The producers we are talking about here, they are the farmers, to the final consumer, which the final consumer can be you and I, because we are the ones that buy or use the farm produce at the end of the day. Okay, I'm taking it again. Marketing is defined as the flow of goods and services from the producer, and the producers, like I said earlier, they are the farmers, to the final consumer. The final consumer, like I said, could be you and I. Okay, in other words, agricultural marketing involves all the activities. Now, the activities here can be sorting, assembling, transporting, name it, so many of them, you know, packaging, advertising, and all that required to move farm produce from the producer, don't forget that, in brackets here, farmer, to the final consumer. I'm taking that again. In other words, agricultural marketing involves all the activities required to move farm produce from the producer, which is the farmer, to the final consumer. Now, marketing also includes the buying, all right, and selling of farm inputs. The inputs can be your seedling, okay, and outputs. The outputs are the final things we produce from the farm, okay, the harvest, okay, and output. Okay, now moving further, having known that, we are going into agricultural marketing activities. Agricultural marketing activities. What are those things that we need to do as farmers in order for us to market our products properly? Or what are those steps that we need to carry? Or what are the stages that our goods move from one stage to the other? Those are what we are going to look at now. So I'm just going to be listing a few of them on the board and we're dealing with them accordingly. Okay, like I said earlier, we're talking about agricultural marketing activities. Number one here, we have processing of farm produce. Processing of farm produce. Well, of course, this farm produce, they come in their raw state and they need to be processed. They need to be processed for us to use them. Processing of farm produce. Now, talking about this processing of farm produce, it says some agricultural produce cannot be consumed in their raw state. They need to be processed into forms that are consumable or easy to sell. These processing activities include grinding, milling, shelling, or threshing. Those are processing activities. Now, processing can be done in the farm, okay? That one we call it the farm level processing. It can also be done out of the farm, okay? It can also be done out of the farm. Number two activity is grading and sorting. This has to do with arranging. We have to know their weights, their sizes. You know, we have to arrange them, select them, the ones that are bulky, the ones that are light in weight and all that. Okay, number three is packaging. Number three is packaging. Now I would like to explain packaging here. It says this involves loading or putting of produce into various bags or bags in readiness for storage or sale. Now, materials such as tins, sacks, drums, and nylon are used for packaging. They are used for packaging. For students of JS3, we've done packaging and we went in depth to deal with the topic packaging. Okay, number 4, storage or warehousing. Storage or warehousing. Now, what is storage, if I may ask, if you can still remember? We said storage is the process of keeping agricultural produce for future use. Storage or warehousing. Okay, now farm produce, after being packaged, are then stored. What do we use to store? We have different things we use to store. Okay, like we have our jerry cans. Okay, we can store our yams in our barns. We can store our cereals in our silos, in our rumbles. You know, we have different kind of facilities we can use to store. Okay, number 5, transportation. This is very, very key. We don't want to produce anything at the end of the day. We don't have access roads to our farm or access roads to the market where our customers or farmers cannot move very well. You know, we have different means by which we can, move our goods. We have our air transport, we have our, land transport, we also have the rail, we have the, water transport. Okay, these are all means by which we can move about and move our produce for sales. Okay, number 6 is advertisement. Advertisement. Okay, we're talking advertisement here. We said this involves the process of making the produce known. All right, making it known. Now, this has to do with the creation of awareness, either through radio, newspaper, or the television. Okay, now this has to do with the advertisement. You know, we don't want to bring out produce that, okay, people will see and it's not eye-catching, for those of you, like I said earlier, JS3 advertisement, you've seen packs, you've seen agricultural produce, you see the way it has been packed, you see the way they assemble them, you see those writings, the label, they make it very, very attractive. Okay, that is very, very key when it comes to marketing of produce, of any kind of produce as well. Number 7, it talks about the assemblage. All right, are we following that? Number 7, assemblage. Okay, this is the regathering of various produce brought from different sources. In other words, it may involve the repackaging of produce in readiness for final consumption. Okay, assembling. All right, when we get all our produce, look at them after the sorting and everything. Remember that if you're a farmer into marketing and you have a very, very big shop where you market agricultural produce, now these things come from different sources. All you need to do is to get your workers. Now they start to, after sorting, grading and everything, the next thing they have to do is to start to assemble them in their different grades, their different weights and sizes and everything. Okay, now I hope it has been an interesting topic. It's a very, very short one. Yeah, it's a very, very short one. I hope it has been interesting. We say marketing is defined as the flow of goods and services from the producer. Remember, the producer is always, in terms of marketing of agricultural produce, your producer is always the farmer. The farmer can be in terms of rearing of livestock or planting of crops. Now, to the final consumer, which can be you and I, because we like to eat a lot. Okay, in other words, agricultural marketing involves all the activities required to move farm produce, all right, from the producer to the final consumer. We went further to say that marketing also includes the buying and selling of farm inputs. Buying and selling of farm input. Your input can be your seedling, your fertilizer, your farm tools, okay? And the outputs, what are the outputs? The outputs are your harvested products. Okay, we went further to talk about agricultural activity. We talk about processing of farm produce. Now, processing can be done even in the farm. When it's done in the farm, we call it farm level processing. When it's not done in the farm, it's just an ordinary processing process. Okay, number 2, we have grading and sorting. Number 3, packaging. 4, storage or warehousing. Number 5, transportation. 6, we have advertisement. And 7, we have assemblage. All right, it's now time for me to give you a little thing for you to do for me, and I'd like to see your note. I'd like to see how far you're going with these lessons. Now it's time for a home activity. Okay, here we have our assignment on the board, just 2 questions. I know it's a done deal on arrival. As you've seen, it's as simple as ABC. Okay, I just want to keep you busy. I know it's something that's very simple. I know you know it. Okay, number 1 question says, what is marketing in agriculture? what is marketing. So, you know, in agric or whatever field or subject we're dealing with, when we get a term, we tend to define the term and connect it to the subject. Okay, that's why I said, what is marketing in agriculture? Don't just tell me the meaning of marketing, and connect it to agriculture. Okay, remember I gave you my definition and I connected my own to the word agriculture. Okay, number 2 states, state and explain 3 agricultural marketing activities. State and explain 3 agricultural marketing activities. I know it's simple. If you follow my lectures very well, the explanations are there. I stated them and I explained. So I just wanted to state and explain 3 agricultural marketing activities. All right, we've come to the end of this lesson. Hope it's been interesting talking about marketing of agricultural produce. Well, until I come your way next time again, I still remain your teacher, your tutor, Mrs. Omas. Bye.